Okay, on this beautiful day, I thought I'd do a little update, and I'm going to look at my potatoes. Doo doo doo. So a lot of them are coming up. These ones are coming up pretty good over there. The middle ones, I got a whole whack in here. This one's doing pretty good. And I haven't seen out of here yet, but that's a little deeper. So I got white potatoes. I got rustic from last year. I picked up some Pontiac Reds, which are actually these ones are the Pontiac Reds in that bin. So they're coming up. These are rustic. They're coming in. These are rustic. Those are coming in rustic. And you can barely see these ones. They were a little deeper. They're starting to come all in. And then once they're really up, I'm going to put the sand back in. So I've been doing a little bit of planting. Nothing that really you could see. Well, I'll probably continue this line. Like I put more of these buckets here because I got more. So I put in like some cold hardy stuff earlier. This is my vines for cucumbers and whatnot. And I got this finally ready. Dumped all the buckets, give everything a nice mix, and I got a few peppers in over there. Um, I don't know how many varieties of peppers I got, but quite a few. Then I've been trying to clean up get this area organized, and they're coming. Like I don't know if you can see them. Maybe you can see them with the cabbage. It looks like some of them are taking, so that's interesting. And so is the broccoli. And here's a little. Maybe you can see them. Yeah, I think there's two varieties there. And then I planted a couple more just from seed. I figured, why not just put a few more in? I like broccoli. You can stir fry it up. It's actually good, maybe with the snap peas. And then this little thing, I got a whole whack of buckets in here. So this is mostly pole beans. I got like a few varieties, and I got a couple snap peas in there, and I got morning glory that's gonna grow all up. And so this will be a nice big vine. And so this section is starting to come in. I did a big corn thing again. Oh, here's something cool. Last fall, I buried some of those vines. I figured, what would happen if you buried the vines after I, dug up the potatoes, and there you go. I lost track of those buckets, but they're actually in there growing. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if they're going to create potatoes, but we'll find out. Uh, oh yeah, so this is corn. Now the squirrels ripped into it, so I got a little netting that I'm going to. As soon as they germinated, it seems that's when the squirrels went after them. So that's the corn spot. Now the shaded garden, I planted these little forget-me-nots. They were wild, so I dug up a whole whack load. And they're coming back, but they're coming back on the outside, and I put them on the inside, so they must have seeded or something. But that's fine. They're beautiful. Only so much is going to grow in the shade. And then, I mean, it's hard to see much of anything in here, but some of the stuff is growing. Well, I planted these onions, and they're not looking too good, so if not, I got an extra place to put peppers. But these onions are coming in the sets. So far, they're looking the most promising. And I do have a few little flowers in here. The fava beans are doing well. And over in this garden over here, I filled those buckets up, and so I started to plant a few things in there. I don't know if things are going to grow too well. Like last year, there was something strange about this soil. Could be, who knows what the problem is. But I got onions, so where I planted this garlic over here, some of them didn't take, right? And I knew that was going to happen. Though I predicted that it probably would have, so. But I have a whole bunch of little onions planted in between it all now. Because I did try to start some more inside, like, so I got onions in here. They're going to be a little late. And I'm thinking what's going to happen is that even if they're not, if they're late and they're small, maybe I could just use them as sets. Maybe I'll just pull them up, try to dry them, and use them as my own sets. You know, there's some stuff going up here, but it seems kind of stunted. A little bit stunted. I did these ones. I don't know what's wrong with them. They seem like they're a little stunted too. I don't know why that could be. But I mean, I know the soil's not the best, right? But I don't think that's the actual problem. Could be just the way it is. So I got this line of buckets. I got those all planted. Peppers in here. There's 80 peppers right in here. There's 20 buckets at 4 each, right? So there's 80. And then I gotta have more over here. I haven't really finished this area out. So there's gonna be quite a handful of peppers there. To get the pumpkins in. I planted some in that front garden, some sunflowers, and I'm gonna do something else this year. Is in between these hedges over there. I'm actually gonna do like a big row of like a sunflower hedge in a couple of them, and I got amaranth. So I'm gonna do sunflowers and amaranth in between, and then I'm gonna do in these smaller spots. I was thinking doing some perennials in here because cutting back here really sucks. So I'm gonna probably do something back here with some wood chips, some cardboard or something, right? Cover it. I haven't planted my planters yet. They're getting ready. And then this year, the same thing here. I got my vine tomatoes will be in here. I'm gonna try a couple cucumbers instead, some like smaller ones. And then this whole area is all my seeds. I still got a bunch of. They're pretty far behind, like because of the way I do my sun sprouting. I'm usually about 2 weeks behind. Like these plants should be. You buy them from the store; they're huge now, but it's fine with me. You're 2 weeks behind basically because they're a bit smaller. So I still got a whole whack of peppers to go out. I'm going to have a problem because I don't think I have near enough room again. So it happens to me every year. And I left the overwintered peppers out. These guys. So they're really coming back now. You can start to see where they're gonna start really doing well. I just transferred them into like I redid them and transferred them. So yeah, another week or two they'll really start to take off. Really like this jalapeno. So if these actually take, I'll have seeds from a 3-year-old jalapeno, 3 seasons, which is kind of interesting because maybe they're better. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure how plant hardiness changes with genetics, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's... Oh, I'm probably going to plant... I want to wait, but you've seen these in my last short. I'm gonna have like at least 10 vines in this thing over here. My sweet potatoes. I just had this old tarp. Someone had an old tarp. I said, yeah, I'll take it. So I turned a tarp into like basically a big bin and some wooden legs, right? Because it's got a lot of volume. And I use that stuff from the beach, which is that biomass that washes up all the time. So I filled it with that. It's good because I use it for gardening and it helps keep it clean. And it's just biomass. But people decide they're gonna dump their shit in the lake and it washes up down there. It's nice of them, isn't it? But that's okay. I use it. Yeah, and over here, I'm doing another little sunflower area, trying to clean up some of this backyard. But in here, I'm going to do another little sunflower hedge, just a mix of flowers, and I'm trying to bring in butterflies and wildlife and hummingbirds and monarchs. That's my little day today. Have a good day.